From Quarantine Easy K Studios in Annieville, Kentucky, it's time for another episode of the Easy K Show. Tonight, we're breaking down movie news, because there's a bunch of it. Your hosts, Darth Easy and Rainy Cage.
Woohoo!
Alright guys, welcome to episode 116 of the Easy K Show. That's right, that Corona is not stopping the Easy K Show for now. So guys, I'm Darth Easy.
And I'm Rainy Cage.
So this is our movie news episode. A lot has happened since we have last talked. It's actually kind of ironic because our last week episode, our top 10 sports movies, came out the week when sports got canceled.
Yeah.
So that was kind of weird. That was a weird
watch
timing.
Sports movies right now, 'cause that's the only way you're getting sports.
Yeah. I don't know. I was at the beach and I saw a couple people playing Frisbee.
Oh,
so
yeah?
I got my sports, I got a little sports in me for a little bit.
Gosh.
So yeah, guys, it's been a crazy week, or it's been a couple crazy weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's spreading like a wildfire, and it's getting crazy out there. So,
Yes.
so yeah, everyone listening, and that's probably nobody, but take care of yourself. Wash your hands. Stay away from people. And yeah, well, let's talk about some movie news. So for our first news story is Ben Affleck says The Accountant 2 might happen. Maybe as a movie, maybe as a TV show. What are your thoughts about this?
Okay, say it again. Sorry.
The Accountant might happen as a movie sequel or a TV show. That's core to Ben Affleck. What are your thoughts about this?
Well, I like The Accountant. I only watched it the one time.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it would be kind of cool as a TV show if Ben Affleck's going to come back. He
Yeah.
didn't die at the end of The Accountant, did he? I
No,
can't remember
because
now.
he
They
kind of
do
rides
it or
off.
whatever.
He gives that
Yeah.
painting to what's her face,
Yeah.
and then John Burfall's still alive, which was his brother.
Ben Affleck going to be in a TV show though?
I mean, what if this is a HBO show though? I mean, it's not like it's saying like back in 10, 15 years ago. It's say like he's going to do TV.
Well, yeah,
I mean, today, you have people like McConaughey, Woody Harrelson, people doing TV. So, I mean,
Jason
TV.
Bateman.
Jason Bateman. I mean, from Netflix to HBO. I mean, if this comes out on ABC or something, okay, we start worrying. But this, if we hear it's going to be the next Hulu or HBO or Netflix show, kind of sounds interesting.
Yeah, I enjoyed it enough. I think I'd prefer a sequel movie, but either way, I enjoyed it enough to give it a chance in some form.
Okay.
As long as Ben Affleck doesn't leave. Ben Affleck leaves, then
right.
I don't care.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right. I'd rather see a movie.
Yeah.
I liked the movie. I thought it was enjoyable. All right, let's move on to our next story. Your favorite movie news that we've been talking about for 3 years. Antonio Banderas joins Uncharted. What do you think about this?
I don't care about Uncharted. And they had and everybody else postpone their filming. They should just never come back to this one. Tom Holland just needs to move on, focus his efforts on Spider-Man, and let's just give up.
He's got to do more Spider-Man. I mean, the Daisy Ridley movie he's in is apparently horrible.
Yeah.
So he's got, otherwise he's just going to be like, that guy who played Spider-Man that one time.
I just don't care about Uncharted anymore. We played our Last of Us sound. I'm interested to see what that's about. Uncharted, I just don't like the direction they're going with it. And, if it ever happens.
Okay.
Antonio Banderas, I wonder who he'll be. Some new character.
Probably a villain.
Yeah.
I could see him totally be a cool little bad guy. I mean, he's great. I mean, he was, he's been in a lot of stuff. And he was just nominated for an Oscar. Of course, I believe he was the villain in that Doolittle movie. But really, that's all he's really been in. So, but he's a good actor, and I'd be interested to see him play a villain to Nathan Drake.
Too bad there won't be an actual Nathan Drake in the film.
Well, we don't know. It just could. You see our movies all the time. This could. It was okay. All right, let's move on to Mark Ruffalo. He might be in She-Hulk. What are your thoughts about this?
She-Hulk's going to be a Disney Plus show, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I think that's a good idea to have them like kind of started off, or
Kind of like
it'd
be kind of like Tony Stark in Homecoming.
Oh yeah,
I think that's the way you use him.
Because I don't really know how She-Hulk comes to be, but is it something to do with his DNA or something?
I mean, I'm assuming so, because it's otherwise, why would she be called She-Hulk?
Yeah. So, but yeah, that seems like a good idea.
Okay. Yeah, I agree too, because I like Mark Ruffalo, and it's interesting. I think this is a show a couple years out of the way, so we'll see what happens. All right, no more Star Trek movies, according to Simon Pegg. What do you think about this?
No, he didn't say no more Star Trek movies. He just said no more of the current timeline Star Trek movies. No more of our rebooted...
The Kelvin timeline, or whatever it's called.
Yeah. And I'm fine with it. I mean, I was always up for another one, because I did like Beyond a lot, and I was interested in bringing back Chris Pine, and even bringing back Thor as his dad and everything. But if we're not going to do that, and I think right now the Star Trek, they're really focusing on TV. It seems to be doing it for them right now. So, and I mean,
I've heard yesterday that they're talking a crossover between Discovery, Picard, and the Pike show, and then also the Sector 13. So that's kind of
cool.
That'd be kind of weird and interesting. So, yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, if there's not another Star Trek film, just like how I feel about Star Wars right now, if there's ever another Star Wars movie, I'm fine, because I'm really liking Picard, and I think it's a great show, and I'm fine with no more Star Trek movies, really. Yeah. But I mean, I still would love to see that Tarantino movie, even if it's just his story, him not directing. I still would love to see that. All right, let's talk about the first of the many movies that have been pushed back. No Time to Die has been pushed back to November. The James Bond movie, if you're having trouble remembering. Thoughts about this?
Was like one of the first ones that got pushed back.
See, at first I was just like, really? I mean, because really we didn't really know a lot going into this virus. And we're like, is it really being pushed back because of the virus, or is there something wrong with the movie? And for the first time in history, this is probably like a bunch of other movies. Good reason to be pushed back, because really there's no way to release this movie. Because
I think some of these movies too, they have very, like Fast and Furious and this movie, have big global audiences, and with this is a global thing happening, and they don't want to risk their global box office.
Yeah.
To like some of these movies, no big deal. I mean, we can just push it back a couple months, but I could understand why Bond. That's
a big franchise.
That's a big franchise. We need to push it back to when we can get all the box office dollars. And I'm not that huge of a Bond fan, especially after the last one. That it didn't. This was not one of the ones where I was like, oh dang. Like, I was just like, all right, cool, move it to November. I started to think, wow, man, April's getting a little, because wasn't that when this was supposed to come out?
Well, what's April?
Yeah, I was starting to be like, man, what are we going to watch in April? And then more things started to roll out. I was like, nothing. We're not going to watch anything anywhere.
Yeah, I agree. It's sad because I love James Bond, and I was looking forward to seeing the ending, but people got to take care of themselves at the moment. All right, let's move on to The Last of Us series. It's coming to HBO, and it's being created. It's being led by the Chernobyl showrunner. So, what are your thoughts about this?
I didn't watch that show.
Neither did I.
A lot of people liked
it. I heard people raving about it.
I think The Last of Us show could really be cool. I always said Last of Us in general, Naughty Dog's games are very cinematic, and I always feel like, oh man, if they could do a Game We Won't Speak Of or Last of Us movie, that'd be cool. But even Last of Us, I think, really could work as a TV show.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to follow the main characters.
No.
It could be its own little thing.
Of
course, I could always say I've said this since I've seen it. I mean, I could totally have seen Hugh Jackman as the Joe role.
Oh yeah, and what's her name is the girl.
Well, not anymore, but
she's a little too old, isn't she? But yeah, I forget what her name is.
Arya Stark. Macy Williams.
No. I wasn't gonna say Macy Williams. I was gonna say
Ellen Page.
Yeah, Ellen Page.
Yeah, but she was over by the time this came out.
Macy Williams would work, I guess. How old is what's her name in the first Last of Us?
Well, she's like 13 or 14. She's like a kid.
Yeah.
You need someone kind of like Stranger Things, like her, a kid that age. Like,
I guess that would work. I guess.
Yeah, I think that's the word.
11. What's
yeah.
her name? I'm blanking today, guys.
I don't know.
My mind's fried.
He's got that Corona, baby.
But yeah, The Last of Us TV show sounds pretty sweet. I would definitely be on board for that. And to me, this has a better chance of actually happening before the Uncharted disaster.
All right. I actually forgot to watch this trailer.
Oh, yeah?
It's Greyhound.
I probably did, too. Oh, no, I actually watched this twice. We were setting up a new sound system in the gym, and that was the trailer we picked to test it. And it looks pretty cool.
Cool.
Nice, cool World War II
sub movie, isn't it?
Submarine movie. Yep, Tom Hanks leading the crew. Looks like tons of special effects. Looks like a cool summer blockbuster movie. How much you want to bet we're not going to watch it in the summer? When's it supposed to come out? May?
I think it's June.
Okay, if June, then maybe it's good. I thought it was a May movie.
It might be May, but it might be June. I think it's June, though.
But anyways, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm interested. I mean, Tom Hanks. I mean,
I almost took him.
Yeah, but he's fine. I don't think it hurt him that bad. So
he was in the hospital for a couple days.
Well, yeah, but that was kind of.
And he's 60-something and has type 2 diabetes.
Well,
or something.
He's fine. He's got it. I mean, I was loving how people are posting 2 weeks later Tom Hanks on Castaway Island. So, all right, let's move on to our next story. Max von Sydow, he's passed away, 90 years old.
Saw that.
So, do you have any fond memories of any Max von Sydow
Not really.
movies? I mean, he was in Force Awakens. He was also in Game of Thrones.
Okay.
He was his most famous roles was, I believe he was in a Bond movie back in the day. I think he was also Mean the Conqueror and Flash. Oh, Gordon. So
cool.
So, but it's sad to see him go. But
yep.
He lived a long life.
Yep.
All right.
Got out of here before the Corona took him.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Falcon and Winter Soldier production has been halted. It looks like they start
all of Disney Plus's shows. Productions,
right? But we're doing it one story at a time.
Okay,
man.
Okay. Well, yeah.
That sucks. I mean, it's supposed to come out, I believe, in August was the release date, and who knows? It might make October, November release date. Who knows? It depends on how bad this virus gets in the coming months. So
they said the MCU timeline, they were going to make it to where it wasn't going to affect this stuff, because the way I understood it, the show, they have the stuff laid out a certain way so that it won't mess with the time, like it won't mess up other stuff. Mm-hmm. So whatever that means, I think that wherever Black Widow goes, then we'll start seeing the other stuff come out, because I don't think you can watch. Depending on how it's connected to other things, they're not going to be able to be like, oh, okay, well, you can go ahead and watch WandaVision, but, Black Widow's pushed to next year. Like, I don't think that's going to work. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I'm interested in seeing the first Disney Plus MCU show, but Corona's going to make us wait a little longer.
It's going to have a lasting effect on the movies. I mean, we'll talk a little more about it at the actual theaters in a little bit, but there are going to be some next year. It's going to be hard, especially the first early part of the year. There's going to be hardly any. I mean, who knows how this is going to affect the Oscars, because a lot of films are probably shooting and trying to release for award season. So maybe a more blockbuster, maybe Bad Boys will win Best Picture and Oscars.
Right now, I think it's the best movie's come out this year, and might be the only movie.
So, all right, let's move on. Blumhouse, they're making a Dracula movie. What do you think about this?
I'm not surprised. Invisible Man was a big hit for them. They're probably seeing what other Universal monster movies they can make. Why not? I mean, I liked Invisible Man. I thought it was pretty cool.
I thought it was awesome.
So, let's just, no one else has been able to do Dracula here lately. Let's see how they can do it.
Mm-hmm.
I would be cool if they like low key started to build the monster universe, like, but without saying that they were doing it. Like,
Right.
Let's make a Dracula movie, and then like next year, let's make a some kind of Dr. Jekyll movie or something, and then
Yeah. I mean,
5 years from
all
now,
the
they all
people
come
to
together.
take this property, it's Blumhouse. I think it's the right call. I mean, Dracula Untold, whatever it was,
Never saw that one.
never did either. It looked terrible. It looked so bad. It looked kind of good, though. I mean, like one of those guilty pleasures. But all right, more movies pulled. We got Mulan, New Mutants, and Fast and Furious 9. Fast and Furious 9 is pushed to next April. Mulan and New Mutants is still technically coming out this year. We just do not know when.
Because those are in the can, they can release those eventually. What they could do, because what they're doing, like Universal, I think it is going to go ahead and release Trolls digitally instead.
Yeah.
But it's hard to do that with some movies. Like, if they're expecting any box office money whatsoever, you can't really release it.
What's bad, though, was I was hearing reviews from Mulan, and they said it was actually pretty damn good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they said it had that kind of Crouching Tiger vibe to it, and they actually said it was actually cool.
I didn't even
It was
know
actually
that.
different, because they actually had the premiere of the movie, and then all this happened, and they pulled the release schedule for the rest of the world. But it actually did come out. It had a few people saw it, and they actually, the little tweet things, they said it was actually pretty cool.
Huh. Well, and like I said with the Fast and Furious, at first you're like, God dang, why'd they push it a year? But then if you think about it, Fast and Furious of all these movies is very global movie.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
that's where they make all their money.
Yeah, they make more money overseas than they do
so
in
they
the
were just
US.
like, you know what? We're not going to make any money if we try and release this movie this year. So,
Yes, and then New Mutants. That movie's cursed.
yeah. That's the one I think they should definitely just release. I don't think that movie's going to make any movies in theaters. You might as well just release it digital. And
I can see them.
hope people it'll become a cult hit online. Or
I can see them dropping it in September or something, where there's really nothing, or maybe August.
Yeah, save it for when we're not going to have any movies to show because all these productions being halted.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think New Mutant. You should save Mulan for the theater, especially if, like you said, if it's actually good. New Mutants. I think you put it online and see what people think.
yeah. All right, another movie that's been has been halted is Shang-Chi, the kung fu Chinese or Marvel movie.
But this is next year.
This was supposed to come out next year. It probably will still come out next year.
See, this is what I think they should do. They should take Black Widow, put it where the Eternals was going to be, because it's done, filmed, shot, in the can. Let's just move it to November.
Eternals is probably done too, though.
Take Eternals, put it into next year. Just shift everything up is what I think they should do. This Shang-Chi or whatever, it's supposed to come out next year sometime. Just shift it up. Just shift everything up by one. Yeah, it's going to put your last movie outside of their little 3-year plan or whatever, but that's what I think you should do. Now, I don't know how the TV connects to all that, and that's going to affect that, but that's what I think you should do right now.
I think you could drop Black Widow anytime. You could drop that around August or September or even.
And what are you going to do? Going to just stick with Eternals coming out in.
Yeah, that movie's done. The shooting's done. I bet they're probably just working on
space it
editing.
out.
So I mean, I think it's done. I think 3 months. So that's plenty of time between August, September, October, November. That's 4 months. If you drop that movie in August, I think, or even September, I think you're good.
Oh man!
Look at all the Marvel movies. I mean, last year we had Endgame, and then Spider-Man dropped in July, and then we've seen it both multiple times.
What's good is this summer there wasn't like any crazy big movies to me when you look at it. So Disney could turn around and be like, "All right, we'll just move Black Widow to like July or something, late July."
Right?
Didn't Guardians come out in July one time?
Nah, most of the time they've been released in May. Yeah, it came out the first time in August.
Yeah. So maybe you're right. Maybe they do it in August.
So I think Marvel is such a big brand; they can drop these movies anytime, and they're going to be a financial hit.
Just as long as the theaters are open.
Right.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, all movie theaters have been shut down. Regals and AMC shut down Wednesday. I think Cinemark shut down Wednesday, and other small theaters have shut down as well.
Yep.
Never thought I'd see the day.
I didn't either.
Movie theaters have been open. Movie theaters been open from 9/11 to World War II. I mean, it's it's a crazy time we're living in right now.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. I mean, I went last weekend in the middle of everything. Everybody was calling me crazy. What? I was like, I know what's about to happen. I could tell. I was like, the theaters are going to close. I'm going to go watch some movies before they close, and I was right.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they could do the thing where they were talking about doing the social distancing and keeping you a seat apart, which they did not do. Regal was supposed to be doing that, and they did not do that Saturday when I was there.
I bet it was more of the bigger ones like New York and LA's.
But it's sad because I love the movie theater.
I love movie theater
Chris
too.
Stuckman did a great video where he was talking about how he was already having withdrawals and stuff, and I feel like everything he said in that video, that's how I was feeling. I was like, I love going to the movies. I go every week. And
I know, because I finally got back into going to the movies because I haven't watched anything. Now I can't.
Yeah.
It sucks not to even have the option to go to the movies now. Because, it's a thing about not wanting to go to see bad movies, which is my whole argument against. But not be able to go to the movies at all sucks.
Yeah, and I just love going to the movies. I don't know. It's just something about... And I'm with them on the whole, part of me is like, yeah, for the people that don't have the money, it's a great deal to be able to watch Onward this week for $20.
And I think it's also great that Regal, because we're Regal Unlimited, and they pause all payments. They're not going to keep charging us.
Right.
So I think that's great on them.
That's good. But yeah, I'm going to miss it. Hopefully we get through it, and maybe by May or June we can go back to the theaters. Here lately, I have no idea. It seems like it's going to be a ways out, but maybe the heat will kill this virus. And,
bullshit. It hit Iran. It's always hot. Trump's an idiot. Black Widow's delayed. We talked about it, so we don't really have to talk more about it. Our last news story, and we can finally be optimistic. Rosario Dawson might be Ahsoka Tano in Mandalorian Season 2.
I know, this was when this news dropped today, I was like, man, some good news. I wonder if Disney let this leak out just so people could be like, woo, something good to talk about.
Yeah, it's cool. I've always been in the camp. I don't want a live-action Ahsoka.
I want it.
I know you do.
Yes. I want it done right.
Right.
Yes.
I'm fine with Ahsoka always just being animated. That's always where I've been. So this could be kind of interesting because it could be like Daredevil Season 2, where they show the Punisher Season 2, and maybe if Ahsoka's cool enough,
we get our own show.
Don't
tease me like that.
But it's that could definitely happen.
Yeah.
So I'm curious what they're going to do, because maybe what's the story, or maybe the Mandalorian seeks out this girl. Maybe we see Sabine in it as well.
I know, because there's still rumors that before this whole Corona thing was going on, that have been working on a sequel to Rebels, and that they were ready to put that thing out in November. I watched a whole video about this dude that was like 99% sure that they...
I bet that still happens, though. Because it's animation, so you don't have to have these people around, maybe, and you can always record stuff from homes. So
would it be cool if it kind of tied into Mandalorian somehow, and then we get Ahsoka maybe. And the only thing I don't like, I like Rosario Dawson. I don't love her, but I can't really think of anybody off the top of the head that I would like more than her to be Ahsoka right now.
But that is, it's not her, really. It's her voice. It's her maybe acting. She'll be in a motion capture suit, mostly likely, probably with Ahsoka Tano. And so it's just going to be her acting. So the question is she a good enough actress to play the character? I do believe so. As long as she's not as bad as those Twi'leks were in Mandalorian.
I didn't think they were bad. The Ahsoka, I would not be happy if she was playing young Ahsoka. But since we are getting an older Ahsoka...
And it's not even older Ahsoka, though, because she's...
like 30, 40 years old Ahsoka,
she's probably
right?
40.
Yeah.
Because the show, in the Rebels, she's probably in her late 20s, maybe maybe like 30. And then, so now this is set 8 years after Return of the Jedi. So she'd be maybe mid-40s, maybe 50.
And it is going to be weird. Rosario Dawson is going to sound way different than Ashley Eckstein. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to be weird.
But Rosario Dawson is a better actress than Ashley Eckstein.
Yeah, but it's just... The voice is going to throw you off at first. Now, maybe it'll be so cool what's going on, I won't care.
Yeah.
I mean, I got so excited that Ahsoka was in this episode of, and then the episode was kind of doofy, but it still had Ahsoka, so
I haven't watched it yet, so don't spoil it.
Yeah. I was just happy to see Ahsoka back, because she's my favorite Star Wars character, so yes, I want her in Mandalorian Season 2, I want her live action, and, this might almost be cooler than if she was in a movie, because I always wanted her in a movie in some way. Since we're not really doing Star Wars movies right now, this would be cooler, because like you said, like just your idea of having her in a spin-off show, that would be badass.
Right. So we'll see what happens, guys.
Yep.
So, guys, that ends another episode of the Easy K Show. Like you said earlier, take care of yourself out there right now. It's a crazy world right now. Wash your hands. If you have a job where you don't have to work out, we don't. Be safe out there. But guys, also check out Darth Easy and Randy Cage's YouTube channels. If you need something to watch here, this horrible quarantine, we got plenty of stuff for you to watch. And also check out the Darth Easy TV talk. I'm talking about TV shows because that's not going anywhere anytime soon. So guys, until next week, all too easy.
Peace out.